Welcome to this shortwave radio channel, and as you guys know, I tested these two radios, the XHDATA D808 and the CCskywaveSSB receivers together. On Saturday night, I did a full listening evening of different signals and single sideband signals, and I posted one where I received the Russian number station in Morse code. And so my observations are interesting on this. When I did my de-expedition to Perry Island, I noticed that the CCskywaveSSB is not as sensitive as the XHDATA on telescopic. And I had posted a video of Voice of America in the 16-meter band, which was received much better on the XHDATA. The experiment this Saturday was with the sloper. So the two clips you see under the top, the yellow and the red clip, alligator clips, are actually tapped into my sloper in the backyard. So I, of course, continued tuning around with the C grain and the XHDATA. One thing first is that they are both excellent performers. I mean, even the C crane is great, it receives very well, and it is sensitive. But even on the sloper, I noticed that the XHDATA was better on some signals. It had some signals that the ones that are weaker, like for example, I listened to I think it was Damn Skippy Pirate. It was stronger on the XHDATA than it was on the C crane. And I had a couple of weak signals that I actually had the same experience, where XHDATA was beating the C crane. And in a little, when signals are at a minimum strength, it doesn't matter much. But when the signal is just on the fringe, where you can it makes a difference between you can understand and listen to a program or not, there the XHDATA often gave me that little edge that I needed for listening to the program. So it's kind of interesting. I had noticed it on the telescopic at Perry Island, but I noticed it on the sloper also. The sound level and quality of the XHDATA is better than the one on the C crane. C crane's small speaker is, like I said in my review, a little tinny and a little lacking some frequency ranges. But both radios perform essentially, they work in the same way, they have the same features and all, so it's kind of interesting. One of the things that happened to both of them, of course, using a sloper, they both overload sometimes. And the funny thing is, I was listening to 6,000 kilohertz Radio Havana, Cuba. And there was overload on Radio Havana, Cuba on both radios. But they didn't overload on the same signal. So 6,000 kilohertz, when I was listening to the XHDATA was actually mixing Radio Japan 6105 kilohertz from the Issoudun, France transmitter site that was extremely powerful Saturday night. So I would hear Radio Havana, Cuba, and sometimes Radio Japan's Japanese service was actually overpowering Radio Havana, Cuba's audio, and sometimes then it would fade out because of shortwave propagation. But the C crane was overloading on WTWW on 5920 kilohertz, which also was very, very powerful on Saturday night. I find that funny that both overload on a different signal. It was kind of interesting. So the C crane was overloading on WTWW while the XHDATA was overloading on Radio Japan. So, they were still overloading. But, a portable receiver like this, it's not meant to be on an 80-feet wire. It is kind of normal on those types of antennas, outdoor antennas, to overload, because they are very sensitive from the start. If I had a verdict, what would I say? What would I choose? I have to say that in my verdict, I still prefer the XHDATA D808. I still think it is the best performer all around for price. It is less expensive than the C Crane. C Crane has its advantages. It does have airband, not airband, but weather channels, which is not on the XHDATA. So if that's important, that could be a game changer for you. It has the NOAA weather channels or Environment Canada channels in Canada. Where there could be also differences, the C Crane does come with a power adapter and a pair of headphones that are kind of interesting. So the price difference, honestly, on the XHDATA and C Crane is a price difference that is mostly because it comes with extra accessories that the XHDATA doesn't have. The other thing is, if it's a problem for you to have 18650 lithium-ion batteries, the XHDATA uses that, while the C Crane uses AA batteries. So if that's something for you, that's something to look at for sure. Overall, the performance of both radios is very good, honestly. The audio on the XHDATA is better. And as for quality and all of that, because, I get a lot of people saying, well, the C Crane has 1 year warranty. So does the XHDATA. The problem is not on the warranty. The problem is really where you buy it. If you get an XHDATA on Amazon, your warranty is going to be valid and you're going to be able to use it easily. Same thing for C Crane. A lot of people say, buy the C Crane that has 1 year warranty. Yeah, in the United States, it's easy. If you buy the C Crane overseas, it's a much different story. That 1 year warranty is worth crap for a simple reason. You got to return it. And it's costing so much to return that you'll just not do it. So, you got to be careful and when we talk about a different radio. And I have no, honestly, if for the same amount of money, one is much better than the other, of course, I will choose whatever. So it's up to you. It depends on where you buy it, and it depends what you look at features. As for the quality of the radios themselves, until now, for me, my XHDATA is flawless, works great, and it for me is of great quality. I've been using it for more than a year and a half. I think the XHDATA is almost 2 years old, not far from being 2 years old for me. Works perfectly, and I use it a lot. It's one of my main radios right now. The XHDATA I have in my hands at least once or twice a week, even though I have tons of radios. C Crane, which was of course given to me by Kevin Jane Apollo, is used regularly too. I like both radios. They are very, very nice. If we just talk about features, performance, and price, XHDATA D808 is the clear winner. Remember, the C Crane has accessories that, the price is higher, but it's because of the accessories also. The power adapter, the earbuds that are, nice, good quality earbuds, and so on. But it all depends what you want and where you buy it also at the same time. But whatever you would choose here, you would still get on either one a great radio. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thanks for watching.